Okay.
So, what have you been doing this week, Mingnock?
This week, I think I have to take an examination in the the cities on the city scale. I'm not sure about this word,
An
but the
examination
is
on the
the
city?
city scale. I think it's not the right word, but what I mean is the student in the I don't know to call this, but we have to take an exam to examine our just our
Yeah,
knowledge
what
about math and literature.
math? Just what? Just math and literature? Just those two subjects?
Yes,
Okay,
uh, because last week you have told me about the English it's not become a compulsory subject anymore. So
right,
we have to
right.
take only two tests of literature and math.
Ah, okay. So no English test anymore.
Yes.
Okay, don't have to do it. All right. But how often do you have to do this test for math and literature? How often?
With this big test, I think it's only once in my grade and once in the 12th grade. Yes.
Ah, okay. So we're just once per year. Is that right?
Yes, it's once per year.
Wow. Okay. So quite an important exam.
Yeah, no, I think it's
If
quite important.
yes, yes, because you only do it once a year. Okay. Oh well, when is the exam, Mingna?
Uh, I have I have take it already.
Oh, already. And how did it go?
I think it. I think I have did my best, but I'm not sure about the.
Okay.
Yes, you know.
When do you find out the result?
I think it's gonna be soon. It's
Okay.
not too long. Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh well, I hope you get a good result, Mingdong. Good luck with that.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Chung Hu, Sin Chao Chung Hu. How are you, Chung Hu?
I'm fine.
Okay. I can't hear you very well, Chung Hu. Can you try speaking again, please?
Hello. Is better
Oh,
now?
a little bit, but sounds quieter than usual.
Oh, let me try to fix it.
Oh, okay, thank you, Chung Hu. Sounds a little bit quiet. Ming Nok, is your camera working this week? Ming Nok. 黄安, Chao Gon.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Huang An?
Well, I'm just feeling pretty happy.
Okay, how did your exam go?
Um, some of them went good, and some of
Mm-hmm.
them went absolutely horrible.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, all right. Is that what you expected?
Um, that's that's what I have yeah, pretty much expected.
Okay. Ledok Ang, Sen Chao Ledok Ang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ledok Ang?
Um, Fine, thank you.
Good. And Kwang, Chao Gon Kwang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Kwang?
I'm good. Thanks.
Good. Okay, everyone. Can you turn your cameras on, please, everyone? I can only see Huang Ang at the moment. Ming Nok, is your camera working? Thank you, Kwang. Le Doc Ang,
I think
thank
it's
you.
awkward.
Chang
I
Hu, I
think
can see
my
you now.
teacher, I think today my internet connection is not really good, so I think I had to turn off the camera, but I'm still here.
Okay. And who else? Phong Doc Ang. Chào Gon.
Trong
Hello,
công việc
teacher.
hai này thì em lại tách ra đúng
How are
không
you,
ạ?
Phong Doc
Mà
Ang?
tức là mình chạy
I'm
trong những
very
công
good.
thức đó.
Thank you.
Good,
Ờ,
good. How did Arsenal go this weekend?
đánh giá các
Go,
tính
go what?
theo chị thì cứ để dùng
How did
nói chung là
Arsenal
đánh giá
go
tính
this
chất
weekend?
của sợi
Arsenal.
hoặc là đánh giá chất lượng của sợi thôi chứ
Arsenal.
đừng nói cơ lý hóa gì cả.
I
Đấy,
don't
đánh giá
know.
chất lượng của sợi
Did they win?
cả quy trình rồi. Cái này ok. Cái nội dung 4
I
thì
think
soát
in
lại một
this
chút
week
thì là được
Arsenal
thôi.
don't
Còn nội
have
dung
any
5
match.
là xây dựng mô
Oh,
hình
no
rồi đúng không?
game.
Là
No game
Yeah.
this weekend.
để
Okay.
nó
All right.
giải quyết
Thank
cái
you. All right, everyone. Welcome to class for today. We will get started. I think just waiting for Nok Ling, but I think she is coming a little bit late. Hope you've all had a good week. For those of you who have had exams, I hope it wasn't too stressful, and I hope you did as well as you expected. So again, this week we're going to be looking at speaking. Okay, both part 1 and part 2. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who sent their homework. I'll talk a little bit about that later on. Before I start, does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions? Okay, first of all, we're going to do a little bit of grammar practice, as we usually do. So I've got a little bit of a quiz for you, some revision about some of the grammar things we've looked at over the last few weeks. So I'm going to be sending you some questions in chat. All right, everyone. So I will just get the first one ready. Okay. All right, everyone, here is the first sentence that needs correcting. So this sentence is to do with just preposition, tenses, and plurals. Okay, so please, you can see here, 6, Ming Nok.
Yes.
Can you read the sentence for me as it is written? Don't try correct it, just as it is written.
Yes. I have brother who live away and he older than me and work in bank.
Okay, thank you. So this is often how people who are learning English talk because they are missing plurals and prepositions. Okay, so please, you can see there are six mistakes in this sentence. Can you please send me the correct sentence now, please? Again, this is revision of something we looked at a few weeks ago. I just want to remind you of this. So all of you should be able to, I think, correct all of these mistakes now. So there are 6 of them. 6 mistakes. Okay. Huang Ang, very good. Perfect. Chung Hu, 1 mistake. Chung Hu, 1 mistake.
Oh,
See if you can work out what it is. Just 1 mistake. Ming Nok. Ming Nok, oi.
Yes.
1 mistake, Ming Nok. You have 1 mistake, okay? See if you can work out what it is. Le Duc Ang, you are correct. Good. That is correct. Quang Minh. Quang Minh, you are correct. Very good. So, Chung Hu, you have the correct word, but still not correct. Okay. Phung Duc Ang. I think you are correct, Phung Duc Ang. Next time, can you write the whole sentence, please? Not just the words. I need
Yeah.
to see the whole sentence. Okay, everyone, I will send you the correct sentence. Ming Nok,
Yes,
do you know what your mistake is yet?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. One mistake. Okay, everyone, I will send you the correction now. Everyone? Okay, Ming Nok, can you read me the correct sentence, please?
Yes, I have a brother who lives in Hue and he's older than me and works in a bank.
Okay, can you see where your mistake was?
Yes, I
Ming Nok?
missed
Yeah.
the article.
You missed the article. Remember, every time you see a noun, it should have an article in front of it. 99% of
Yes.
nouns will need an article in front of it. Okay. Some of you wrote working in a bank, which is also correct. Okay. Works in a bank or is working in a bank are both correct for those of you who did that. Okay. Actually, I will mark this to see who is going to get the correct score so far. So, test number 1. Let me see. Huang Ang is correct. Chung Hu, do you understand which one
Yeah.
you missed? Chung Hu? Okay, good. Just the correct form of lives. Okay, Le Duc Ang was correct. Quang Minh was correct. Phung Duc Ang is correct. Okay, so Huang Ang, Huang, Le Duc Ang, Phung Duc Ang, all correct. Okay, here we go. Test number 2, everyone. I will just put it in chat in just a moment, just getting it ready. Okay. Okay, this is a test of tenses. 3 mistakes, everyone. 3 mistakes. Again, please write the whole sentence. Chung Hu, oi.
Yeah.
Can you please read me the sentence I've just sent you as written?
Yesterday I went to school. I leave at 6:30 a.m. Took the bus and arrived at 7 a.m.
Okay, good. Good reading. Thank you. Okay, so everyone, you have to correct that. 3 mistakes. Okay, Ming Nok, you are correct. Phung Duc Ang, you are correct. Huang Ang, you are correct. Huang Ming, you are correct, but you have made a punctuation mistake. Huang Ming. Huang Ming.
Yes.
What is your punctuation mistake?
I think I've I misunderstood this question because I think they live at
Oh, no,
6:30
you are
p.m.
right. Kwang Ming, you are right. Okay, you have the correct tense, but you have made a punctuation mistake. What is it, Kwang Ming? There is a punctuation mistake there.
I'm not really understand what is punctuation. What do you mean?
Punctuation. Okay, so it means you have to use the correct letter. The correct letter. So look, Kwang Ming,
Uh,
look at the letter I. What is wrong with the letter I?
it have to be capital.
Correct. Okay, correct. So please remember, Kwang Ming, if this was a test, they would take a mark off you for that. Okay, have to be capital.
Yeah.
Okay, Laduk Ang, you are correct. Okay, Chung Hu, not correct. Sorry, Chung Hu. I will send you all the correct answer now. So as most of you guessed, of course, it has to be changed to past tense. Okay, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
So, Chung Hu, you had to change the second sentence to past tense, okay? Because the first sentence is past tense, all right? The
All
first
right.
sentence, okay, yesterday I went to school. So the first sentence is past tense. So the next sentence must also be past tense, okay? Can you see, Chung Hu? I've just sent you the answer.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. So yesterday I went to school. I left at 6:30 a.m., took the bus, and arrived at 7 a.m. Okay, so let's look at the score so far. Ming Nok has 1. Chung Hu yet to score. Huang Ang has 2. Kwang has 2. Ledok Ang has 2. Fung Duk Ang has 2 out of 2 so far. Okay, number 3, everyone. There are 5 of these, by the way. All right, I'm just getting it ready to send to you now, everyone. Next test. This is a test of comparatives. See if you can remember this one. Okay, there is one mistake in each of these sentences. Huang Ang,
Yes.
can you please read me both sentences as I have written them, please?
Your car is fast, but mine is more fast. She's
Okay.
beautifuler than her sister.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, everyone, please correct these sentences. Thank you, Ming Nok. You are correct. Okay, Fung Duk Ang, you have a mistake in the first sentence. Correct. Fung Duk Ang, that is correct. Le Duk Ang, you are correct. Wang Ang, you are correct. Nok Ling, I didn't see you join. Welcome to class, Nok Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm not good.
Oh, what is the matter?
it was a terrible week with me
Oh,
because
yeah, sorry to hear that. I'm sorry.
yes
It's okay. Don't worry, you can tell me later, Knockling. Don't worry. Tell me later. Okay. Knockling, can you please send me the whole sentence? Okay, next time.
yes.
Okay, Changhu, you are correct. Knockling, you are correct. Okay. Kwang Ming, you have a mistake in the first sentence.
Yes, I forgot.
That is better. Kwang Ming, thank you. Okay, everyone got it correct. I will just share the rules. So that's great, everyone. 100% for everyone. And I'm just going to share the rule with you now with comparatives, just to remind you. Okay, this was an easy example, I know, not too difficult. Okay, Huang Ang, Le Duc Ang.
Yes.
Okay, can you read what I have just sent you?
Comparatives use with single syllable words more with multi-syllable words.
Good. Okay. Multi-syllable is how you pronounce it. Okay. So it's use ER with single syllable words. So if you're talking about your car, of course, how many syllables in car, Ledok Ang?
One.
Correct. One syllable in car. Okay. So if you talk about faster, not more fast. Okay, because car has one syllable. My car is faster than yours. Okay, car, one syllable. Leduk Ang, how many syllables does beautiful have? How many syllables does beautiful?
3.
Correct. Okay, so you use the word more with multi-syllable words. So beautiful has 3 syllables. So you say more beautiful, not beautifuler. I think you all know that already, but I just wanted to explain the rule. So single syllable words, you add ER to the comparative word. Fast, faster. Slow, slower. Big, bigger. My car is bigger than yours, not more big. Multi-syllable words, you add more. Okay, she is more beautiful than her sister. Okay, I hope everyone understands that. Everyone got 100% anyway. Okay, next one. This one a little bit more tricky. See if you remember though. Phong Dok Ang. Phong Dok Ang.
Yes,
Can you read me the sentence I've just sent you? Both of them.
I like living in a small town because there are less people. There is fewer water to drink in a desert.
Okay, there is one mistake in each of those words. See if you can work out what it is without me giving you a clue. If I give you a clue, I think it will make it too easy for you. So I'm not going to give you a clue. One mistake in each sentence. Okay, Nok Ling, you are correct. Chung Hu, you have one sentence correct. Ming Nok, you are correct. Hong Dok Ang.
Yes.
Your sentences, they are correct, but you haven't done the exercise quite correct. I'll show you in just a moment. Okay, Kwang Ming, you are correct. And Leduk Ang. Okay, your second sentence is correct, but not the first one. Where is Huang Ang? Oh, Huang Ang disappear. Okay. Okay, everyone. So this exercise was about using when to use less and when to use fewer. Okay, Leduk Ang, that is correct now. Okay, Nok Ling. Nok Ling. Nok Ling, oi.
Yes, can
Fung.
you hear
Oh,
me?
I can now, Nok Ling. I can now. Okay, Nok Ling, can you please read what I have just sent you?
The difference.
Oh, sorry, Nok Ling. Maybe having some problem with your connection. I can't hear you now. Fong Dok Ang. Fong Dok
Yes.
Ang. Can you read what I have just sent you, please?
The difference between less and fewer. Less is used with uncountable nouns, fewer with countable nouns.
Correct. Okay, so everyone, that sentence, I like living in a small town because
Hello, can
eh,
someone hear me now?
I can hear you now, Huang Ang. We missed you.
Okay.
What happened?
My Zoom just didn't respond for no reason.
Okay,
So I
just
had to restart my computer.
Okay, sure. Happened to me sometimes too. Okay, welcome back. All right, so remember everyone, less is used with uncountable nouns, fewer with countable nouns. Fong Dok Ang,
Yeah,
people, is people countable or uncountable?
I think it's countable.
Of course, you can count the number of people. You can count people. One person, two person, three people. Okay, so of course you use fewer. I like living in a small town because there are fewer people, not less people. Fewer people, because people is a countable noun. Water, of course, is an uncountable noun. Okay, you can't say one water, two water, three water. You can't count water. You can count bottles of water, you can count cups of water, but you can't. Water itself is an uncountable noun, so you use less. There is less water to drink in a desert, not fewer water. Chung Hu, Chung Hu. Chung Hu, oi. Can't hear me. Okay. So I hope that made sense to everyone. By the way, this is a problem. A lot of native speakers have a problem with this too. Native speakers also forget this. Okay, so just remember less if the noun is uncountable, fewer if the noun is countable. Fewer cars, fewer people, fewer houses, they are all countable nouns. Air, for example. Okay, there's less air. Air is not countable. Okay, and the last one of these, everyone. Chung Hu, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Is
Okay,
my
Chung
mic
Hu.
better now or something?
Yeah, it's better now. Better. Okay, so did you understand that last question now, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So about the just when to use less, when to use fewer. Okay, everyone. Here is the last question. Okay, both these sentences are incorrect. Please correct them. Meng Nok.
Yes.
Can you read me the sentence I have just sent you?
I don't know where is my book. Can you help me? And I have no idea where is my phone.
Good. Okay, so one mistake in each of those sentences. Please correct it. Okay, Phong Duc Ang, you are correct. Le Duc Ang, you are correct. Huang Ang, you are correct. Chung Hu, you are correct. Okay, just waiting for Ming Nok, you are correct. Kwang and Nok Ling. Just waiting for your answer, please. Okay, Kwang, you're not correct. Sorry, Kwang. Nok Ling, maybe you have some problem with your internet, so I will keep going. Okay. That's okay, Nok Ling. I hope you can hear me. Okay. Chung Hu. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
can you please read me the correct sentences, please?
I don't know where my book is. Can you help me? I have no idea where my phone is.
Good. Okay, that is correct. So everyone, this is an example of an embedded question versus a direct question. Again, I will send you the explanation in chat. I've just sent it to you. Embedded question versus a direct question. A direct question is, where is my book? Where is my phone? That is a direct question. An embedded question is a sentence where the question is a part of the sentence, not the whole sentence. Okay, so with embedded questions, the subject comes before the verb. So, I don't know where is my book, all right, is not correct. You have to say, I don't know where my book is, because the question is embedded. It is part of the sentence, not the whole sentence itself. Where is my book? The question is the whole sentence. Okay, but I don't know where my book is. All right, the question is embedded in the sentence, is part of the sentence. So in that case, subject comes before the verb. This very common mistake in people who are learning English. Guang, Guang.
Yes.
Okay, Guang, does this make sense to you now?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where my book is. Can you help me? Okay, I have no idea where my phone is. All right. All right, so the verb in those sentences comes at the end, not in the middle. Just something to remember. Okay, everyone, so let's look at the scores. So congratulations to Wang Ang, Laduk Ang, and Fong Duk Ang. All got 100%. Very good. All the questions correct. Okay, and the rest of you, well, I hope it's been a useful reminder, all right, as to grammar. Are there any questions about any of those? So everyone, please remember, nouns 99% have an article in front of them, a, the, or an. Remember to use prepositions like in and to and at. Now, only small words, but if you don't use them in English, you will lose marks. Tenses, all right? If something is past tense, okay, remember to use past tense words. And the last one, embedded questions versus direct questions. Embedded questions, the subject comes before the verb. I don't know where my book is. Okay, the subject is my book, is the verb. So they swap around for embedded questions. Direct questions, where is my book? The verb comes before the subject. All right. Time to go on to speaking. Going to look at some more speaking part 1 questions. Ming Nok. Ming Nok.
Yes.
How many sentences should your part 1 speaking answer be?
It should be 2 or 3 sentences.
Correct. Thank you, Ming Nok. 2 or 3 sentences, everyone. So I'm going to share this with you now. Actually, I better share it so you can hear it. Hang on just a moment, everyone. Sorry for the hold up. Okay, this time. All right, let's see how this student answers this question.
Social media. Which social media sites do you use?
I use Instagram and LinkedIn because I feel like I run a business and that's where my target audience are. You know, I built a community through Instagram, and then on LinkedIn it's where I work on my business to business leads.
How much time do you spend on social media?
Okay, go back to that, everyone. I'll just go back a little bit.
Which social media sites do you use?
I use Instagram and LinkedIn because I feel like I run a business and that's where.
Okay, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu, what social media sites does she use? What did she say? Can you remember?
No.
Okay, everyone.
My POV is quite static, a bit like unlocking, I think.
Okay. Huang Ang.
Yes.
Can you remember what social media sites does she use?
As I remember, she said Instagram and a site called LinkedIn. I don't know what it is.
LinkedIn, correct. Okay, everyone, you should be able to see this now. Can you see it on your screen, Huang Ang?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so these are the two sites she uses. So everyone, please listen carefully. Instagram, you are familiar with. LinkedIn, maybe you are not familiar with this one. LinkedIn is a site that people who usually have some sort of business. They use it to talk to each other and talk about their businesses. But it's not just for business people. Anyone can use LinkedIn, but it's usually used to talk about your job. Teenagers don't usually use LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn is for people who have a job, people to share details about their job. So the site is called LinkedIn. Okay, so she uses two media sites, Instagram and LinkedIn. So she answers the question, and then what does she does? What does she do? Kwang, Kwang.
Yes.
Okay, Guang, so she answers the question, okay? What media sites do you use? She says she uses Instagram and LinkedIn. And then what does she do for the rest of her answer? Guang, what does she do?
She said
She,
that it helps for her business because
correct, she does,
um,
yeah. So what is she doing, Guang? She is
she
she,
create a community in Instagram
yeah,
or
but she
to
is the word I want begins with EX, Kwang. What is she doing? She is X what? She is
ex
X she is X EXP, Kwang. She is EXP.
example
Almost she is explaining. She
explain.
is explain her answer is what she's doing.
Yes.
So she answers. So everyone remember this is what you need to do with part one questions. You answer the question, which she has done, and then you explain your answer and maybe give some examples, as Kwang said. Okay. Answer the question, explain, maybe give an example if you can think of one. All right, let's now look quickly just at some of the vocabulary she uses. Remember, I will keep mentioning this to you to get a good score in any English test. Okay, you need to have a good vocabulary. So the more words you know how to use, the better.
LinkedIn, because I feel like I run a business and that's where my target audience are.
Okay, target audience. Okay, target audience. Target audience is if you have a business. Okay. Maybe you have a business selling, let me see, a business selling computer games. Huang Ang, computer games.
Yes.
If you had a business selling computer games, who would your target audience be?
I
Okay.
think it should be a game professional gamers or
Yeah.
the testers. That's
Okay.
the
And
first one.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And maybe what age? What age would these people be? Maybe.
For me, I should target from the age span of 18 to like 30 or
18 to
somewhere
30.
above that.
Okay, good. Okay. Thank you, Huang Ang. You answered the question correctly. So, target audience, you usually talk about in terms of age or how much money they have. Okay, or what their interest is. That's what this phrase here, target audience, just means who is going to buy this or who is going to be interested in this. Is it going to be teenagers? Is it going to be old people? Is it going to be parents? Is it going to be children? Is it going to be, excuse me, rich people? Okay, target audience just means who is going to be interested in what you are doing. Target audience. This is a collocation. Just means who is interested in what I am doing. Okay. If you are selling books, then your target audience, of course, is people who can read. Okay. If you are maybe you are selling tickets to a Taylor Swift concert or a Blackpink concert, then of course your target audience is going to be young people who like music. Okay, that is what a target audience is.
I built a community through Instagram and then
Okay, a community is just a group of people. A community is a group of people. Usually in your neighborhood, you have a community of people who all live in your neighborhood. So a community is just a group of people.
and on LinkedIn, it's where I work on my business to business leads.
How much
Okay, everyone, going to ask you all the same question now. Here is the question. Okay, what media sites do you use? Leduk ang, leduk ang.
Yes.
Okay, so remember what I said before, Leduk ang. You answer the question and you explain and give an example if you can think of one. Okay? So, what social media sites do you use, Leduk ang?
Um, I use Facebook and Instagram so I can uh,
Mm-hmm.
be be in touch with my family and my friends. Also seek uh seek look for a new friends on
Okay,
social
good.
media.
Okay, so you use Facebook and Instagram so you can stay in touch or be in touch with your family and friends. That's fine, Leduk ang. Fong Duk ang.
Yes.
What social media sites do you use?
I mostly use Facebook or sometimes I use a Discord. And the reason I use Facebook is because I want to chatting with my friend or finding some restaurant I can eat. For example, like I want to find pasta restaurant, so uh, I go to Facebook uh and search pasta restaurant and they go up a lot of and I just choose.
Okay, good, good. Okay, that's long enough. Just remember 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, Fung Duk Ang, just 2 or 3 sentences. But that's good. So you say, I use Facebook because I want to chat with my friends, or sometimes I want to find out about a pasta restaurant or some other business. Sometimes I look for a business. Does that make sense, Fung Duk Ang?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so you can use the word business sometimes as a noun. Okay, sometimes I look for a business. For example, a restaurant. Okay, a restaurant is a business. Knockling, can you hear me? Knockling.
Yes. Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
I can very clearly. Knockling, what
Yeah.
social media sites do you use?
I use many social media sites such as Facebook, Instagram, or Zalo because I feel connected with people when I using them. It enables me to communicate with my friends and my family, and sometimes I can find news useful information about my social society.
Okay, that's fine, Knockling. Okay, good, good. Ming Knock,
Yes.
what social media sites do you use, Ming Knock?
I have to admit that I'm addicted to social media. There are some of social media sites I usually use, such as Facebook or maybe Instagram, which is just suitable for me to connect to people and also allow me to learn many new knowledge whenever I scrolling on the new feeds.
What was your last word, Ming
It
Nok?
news feed, yeah.
Ah,
No,
news feeds, news feeds. Okay,
yeah,
feeds needs an S on the end because it's plural.
yes.
Okay, okay, news feeds. Good, Ming Nok. Okay, again, good examples. All right. And good use of the word addicted. Ming Nok used the word addicted, means that she hard to live without it. If you are addicted to something, some people are addicted to social media. Some people are addicted to ice cream. Okay, many things you can be addicted to. Just means find it hard to live without it. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
what social media sites do you use, Chung Hu?
The social media site I use only Facebook and YouTube. Hello.
Keep going, Chung Hu. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So the only social media sites I use was only Facebook and YouTube, nothing more.
Okay, and remember you have to give 2 or 3 sentences, Chung Hu. So you have to explain what do you use Facebook and YouTube for? What do you use them for?
Well, Facebook, I only use it for entertainment purpose, like watching reels and something like that. While for YouTube, I use it to watch some video and how to do things.
Okay, that's better, Chung Hu. Okay, so please everyone remember you have to answer the question and then you have to explain and give an example. Huang Ang,
Yes.
what social media sites do you use, Huang Ang?
Okay, well, I use a lot of social media sites actually, such as the streaming platform like YouTube or Twitch. I also use chatting platforms such as Zalo or Discord or Facebook or Reddit, and
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, and remember, so the best answer, Huang Ang, is if you can actually give an example of what you use them for. Okay, chatting with who or chatting about what. Does that make sense, Huang Ang?
I understand.
Yeah, because you get more. If you just give a list of things, you don't get so many marks for that. In a test, they want to hear more about your vocabulary. So if you just say, "Oh, I use Reddit, I use Facebook, I use Instagram, I use Snapchat," okay, that is just a list of words. They want to hear more words than that. So better if you can explain how you use them. Okay, Kwang. Last one. Kwang. Kwang Ming. Oi. Is there? No, disappeared. Okay. All right, everyone. So one more of these. Please remember you need to answer the question and then give some explanation or example. Okay, let's listen to another question.
Which social media sites do you use?
Go to the next one.
And you post something, it's also about engaging with people to ensure that you build relationships. So yeah, a couple of hours a day.
Is there anything you dislike about social media?
I dislike the addictive quality about it, because so many of us are connected, through a tablet or a device now, and social media is our form of communication. So it's becoming, even though it seems like you're being connected to loads and loads of people, the actual quality of your relationships with your immediate sphere, kind of falls by the side. So yeah, that's one bad side to it.
Okay, everyone. So I actually skipped over one, so I'll go back a bit.
And LinkedIn, because I feel like I run a business and that's where my target audience are. I built a community through Instagram, and then on LinkedIn it's where I work on my business to business leads.
How much time do you spend on social media?
Way too much. I shouldn't be spending so much time, but I find that is once you visit, social media and you post something, it's also about engaging with people to ensure that, you build relationships. So yeah, a couple of hours a day.
Okay. How much time do you spend on social media? Okay. So you can hear how she answers the question.
Business to business leads.
How much time do you spend on social media?
Way too much.
By laughing. Okay. She answers the question by laughing. Remember, it's okay to laugh and to smile during your answers because it's quite natural. Remember, all these tests are tests of how you speak naturally. So you don't have to be serious all the time. Okay, how much time do you spend on social media? She says, way too much. Way too much. Means a lot. Way too much.
I shouldn't be spending so much time, but I find that it is once you visit, social media and you post something, it's also about engaging with people to.
Okay, engaging with people. Engaging just is another way of saying communicating with people. Once you go on social media, you start chatting to people. Engaging is just a formal way of saying communicating with people. It's a more formal way of saying chatting. But engaging just doesn't mean chatting. It also can mean writing to people, talking to people. So engaging with people. Another word to add to your vocabulary, everyone. If you talk about engaging with someone, you are communicating to them. Engaging and communicating are synonyms, mean the same.
Ensure that, you build relationships. So yeah, a couple of hours a day.
Okay, build relationships. Okay, again, slightly more formal language. Build relationships is a more formal way of saying, what? Knockling.
Yes.
Build relationships. What is a more simple way of saying that? Can you think of one? If you talk about building relationships with someone, you are maybe doing what with them?
Best
Build.
friend.
Yes, very good, Knockling. Okay, build relationships. You are making friends. Okay, build relationships is just a formal way of saying making friends. Build relationships or getting to know someone. Build relationships. You all know you can build a building, of course. You can build a school, build a hospital, build a road. You can also build relationships. Just means making friends, getting to know someone. All right. Once more through these questions, then we'll go on to part two. So, first of all, Le Duc Ang,
Yes.
how much time do you spend on social media every day?
Uh, quite much.
Sorry, I'll stop you there, Le Duc Ang. You would say quite much doesn't make sense. You would say quite a lot. Okay, quite a lot. Quite a lot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Or you could say too much, but not quite much. So either quite a lot or too much. Okay, Ladukang, please start again. How much time do you spend on social media?
Um, uh, quite a lot, as since I do it for to look up some fun things on social media and also to chat with my friend.
Okay, fine. That's good. Fong Dok Ang,
Yes,
how much time do you spend on social media?
I think it's about 1 or 2 hours per day because I I only entered the social media when my friend chatting with me, and or sometimes I feel bored and nothing to do. And I will go to the social media and find some hilarious video.
Okay, good. Good explanation. Phong Dok Ang. Very good. Sometimes I feel bored and have nothing to do. Okay, Phong Dok Ang?
Yes.
Need to use the word have. Sometimes I feel bored and have nothing to do. Nok Ling,
Yes.
how often do you use social media?
Honestly, I cannot living without social media, so I often spend 5 to 6 hours on surfing the internet or chatting with my friends. It makes me feel I can bridge the gap between me and the people who I cannot meet usually on my daily life.
Okay, Nok Ling, good answer. Wow, is that true? 5 to 6 hours. Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yes.
Ming Nok. Ming Nok.
I'm here.
Okay. I think you answered this question a little bit before, but I will ask you anyway. How much time do you spend on social media?
Uh, I think it depends on if it's the weekdays or weekends. In the weeks, in the weekdays, I think I will use less than 6 hours because I have to concentrate on my homework and also uh, learning some new lesson. But in the weekends, I will allow myself to relax and I will spend a lot of time on using phone and scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, something.
Okay, good. Again, very good answer. So Ming Nok used the word scrolling. Scrolling, very useful word. Okay, scrolling is what we all do on social media. Just means you are going through all the different messages. Okay, scrolling. I'll send you the word in chat, everyone, just in case you are not sure of this word. Okay, very common word when you are talking about looking at social media, scrolling just means you go through all the different maybe conversations that people are having. It's called, the verb is scrolling, to look through, your messages, to look through what's on a different websites. Okay, scrolling. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
how much time do you spend on social media?
I only spend like 1 hour on social media because I have much other things to do, like doing homework and stuff.
Okay, good. That's fine, Chung Hu. You gave an explanation. Good. Huang Ang,
Yes.
how much time do you spend on social media?
Probably like 7 or 8 hours a day, because I usually soak up the internet informations like I'm addicted to, because I need so much information in that, and I'm also planning for the professional gaming in the future, so I would be stay all day in the internet to prepare.
Okay, 7 to 8 hours. Wow, that's a lot. All right, but good answer, Huang Ang. Huang Ang also used a good colloquialism then. Okay. Can you see what I wrote, Huang Ang?
Yes.
Okay, you use this colloquialism, everyone. He said soak up. Okay, soak up. It's quite informal. It just means to get a lot of, for example, information. Okay, but you can soak up lots of things. Soak up means to get a lot of. So you soak up information, you soak up movies, get a lot of movies. You soak up stories. You can soak up many things. Just means to get a lot of. So it's informal and quite colloquial, but if you can use some terms like this, it will help your English communication a lot. So soak up just means to get a lot of, get a lot of. Kwang,
Yes.
How often do you use social media?
I would say depend. On the weekdays, I um because the reason that I have to I participate in the club in my school, so I have to keep in touch mm, with with the information of my club in Facebook, so I know what I will do. So maybe in weekdays I spend 3 hours a day, but the weekend I don't have anything, and I sometimes take up to 7 to 8 hours to relax. And
Okay. Okay, Kwang, that is a very good answer, but a little too long. Okay, Kwang? Remember 2 or 3 sentences. Just like the student in the video is doing. Does that make sense, Kwang?
yes,
Okay, so your information is very good, Kwang, no problem. Okay, but maybe a little bit too long for part one. All right, so just 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, good, everyone. So just before we finish this section, all right, I want everyone to learn this phrase, even if it's not true. I've just sent it to you in chat. All right, Laduk Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Ladukang, I'm going to ask you the question. Please give me the answer that I have just sent you, okay? Whether it's true or not, just give me this answer, okay? Okay, Ladukang, how often do you use the internet?
Way too much. I'm addicted.
Good, okay? Good answer. All right, this is a very good colloquial and informal, but very what a native speaker would say to this question. Fung Duk Ang,
Yes,
how often do you use social media?
I use one
Just
to three. Ah,
just give me the answer I've sent you.
I use
No, the answer I've just sent you in chat.
way too much.
Yeah?
I'm addicted.
Good. Okay, good. I want everyone to learn this answer. This is a good answer to any question where they ask you how much you do something, you know. I mean, how much do you like eating food? Way too much. I'm addicted. Knockling,
Yes,
how often do you use social media?
way too much. I'm addicted.
Good. Ming Nok. Ming Nok. Oi. Chung Hu.
Yeah,
How often do you use social media?
way too much. I'm addicted.
Good. You are all sounding like native speakers. Now, Huang Ang,
Yes.
how often do you use social media?
I usually use it every day because
No,
I
give me, give me the
what?
answer I sent you in chat.
Oh, okay. Way too much. I'm addicted.
Good. Huang. Huang, oi.
yes,
How often do you use social media?
way too much. I'm addicted.
Good. Ming Nok. Ming Nok, can you hear me? Okay. Maybe her connection's broken. So everyone, way too much, I'm addicted is a very good phrase it's 2 sentences to learn when someone asks you about how much you do something. Okay, it's a thing that a native speaker would say all the time if they really enjoy something. All right, and it can be asked about any question. For example, Nok Ling. Nok Ling.
Yes,
Okay, please use the same answer for this question. All right. How much do you like eating ice cream, Knockling?
way too much. I'm addicted.
Good. All right. That is the answer you give when you like something too much. All right. I know might not be true, but this is still the answer you give. Chung Hu. Phong Dok Ang. Phong Dok Ang.
Yes,
Phong Dok Ang. How
yes,
much do you like watching football?
way too much. I am addicted.
Good. Perfect. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
How often do you like playing online games?
Way too much. I'm addicted.
Good. Kwang.
Yes.
How much do you like eating banh mi?
Way too much. I hate it.
Good. Perfect, everyone. Okay, so you all have the idea now. So please remember these two sentences. It's a very native speaker way to answer a question about how much you like doing something. Way too much, I'm addicted. It means I like it really a lot. Okay, and it is a good way that is very casual, which makes you sound like you are communicating well. So I hope that makes sense, everyone. Okay, for the rest of the lesson, what is the time? Oh, time goes so fast with these lessons. All right, we're on to speaking part 2. Next week, by the way, we'll go back to writing, I think. Now we've done a couple of lessons on speaking. Okay, so let's just remind you of speaking part 2. Okay, go right back to the beginning of this. All right, so remember, you get all these bullet points. Hang on, just make sure. I'm not sure all of you can see this. I'll start the share again, everyone. Sorry. Okay, hopefully you can see the document now. All right, so you get a card with all these bullet points on it. Remember, the secret is you don't have to speak about all the bullet points. You do have to speak about the topic, but you make your own bullet points. Now, most of you did the homework, which was great that I sent you, where I asked you to think of some extra bullet points. Remember, I have suggested to most of you that you try think of bullet points where you can give a longer answer, okay? Not just a short answer. You need to use bullet points where you can give a longer answer to. And the other secret to answering part 2 questions is to try and tell a story about something. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to talk to you about my mobile phone, all right, something that is very valuable to me, okay, maybe I will tell you a story about Chung Hu. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, I will tell a story maybe about what, Chung Hu? Please read what I have
Um,
highlighted.
about new model I will buy in the future and why I need one.
Excellent. Huang Ang. Huang Ang.
Yes.
What else can I tell a story about?
I can tell a story about when it broke or when I lost it.
Excellent. Or I can do something like this. Kwang.
Yes.
Okay, I can maybe tell a story about this, which is what, Kwang? Read
I
what I
can
have
provide
highlighted.
a review of the product, positives and negatives.
Good. So I can tell a little story about that, why I like my mobile phone so much, or maybe why I don't like it so much, what I would change if I got a new model. Okay, so these are the sort of things that you can add to the bullet points they have given you, things that can help you tell some sort of story. Okay. So I'm going to share what I gave you for homework, and we will practice this for the rest of the lesson. Ming Nok, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm back.
Sorry, Ming Nok, we lost you for a little while. Ming Nok, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, Ming Nok. How much do you like eating ice cream, Ming Nok?
I think way too much.
Way, way
Way,
too much.
yes, way too much. I can eat
I'm a,
it.
I'm addicted. Okay.
Yes, way too much. I'm addicted.
Yeah, okay. This is the phrase I was practicing with everyone while you were offline. Okay.
Yes.
Way too much, I'm addicted. It's a very natural, um, very native speaker way to answer questions. So please, everyone, try remember these two sentences. Way too much, I'm addicted means I just like it too much. Okay, everyone. Sorry, Ming Nok, can you see the document I've highlighted about your childhood friend?
Yes, I can see it now.
Great, thank you. All right, everyone, I'm going to get you to talk to me about this. What I want you to do, please, is try to tell me, I'll give you just a moment to think about this, some story about your childhood friend. Okay, now the story can be anything. The story can be where you met each other, okay, what you often did or do together. Okay, a story about something you do together, a story about some of the other things that you sent me as bullet points as your homework. Okay, but you need to tell me some sort of story for about 1 minute. So I'm going to give you a chance to think about this. Chung Hu, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
I will start with you in just a moment, okay? I will start with you. You will be first, okay? So I'm going to get you to tell me about your favorite childhood friend. I want you to tell me some sort of story, okay, Chung Hu, for maybe 1 minute, okay?
All right.
All right, something to do with your childhood friend. Can be anything. Remember, like I said, you can make your own bullet points. This is what we are trying to practice, as well, of course, as practicing your vocabulary and storytelling skills. So you can tell me any sort of story about a friend of yours, any sort of story. So Chung Hu is first, Huang Ang, Huang, Leduk Ang, Fung Duk Ang, Nok Ling, Ming Nok. You will need to be patient. Sorry, Ming Nok. Okay, a story that will last about a minute, something to do with a childhood friend. Okay, either something about them, something you have done together, can be anything. But I want you to tell me some sort of story. Okay, Chung Hu,
Yeah.
are you ready?
I don't think I'm not.
You are not ready, Chung Hu?
Yeah. Stuck at the
Oh,
often live together, but
okay, I'll come back to you in just a moment. All right. Huang Ang.
all right.
I guess I'll be ready.
Of course, I'm sure you are ready, Huang Ang. Okay, so I'm going to time you. So I just want 1 minute. Okay, Huang Ang.
Okay.
I'll stop you at the end of a minute if you're talking for too much. Just 1 minute is fine. So just some story about you and a childhood friend. So whenever you're ready, Huang Ang, please start.
Um, I want to talk to you about my childhood friend whose name is Nhật Minh, and he's a excellent and adorable guy who became friends with me for like almost 10 years. Um, we often spend time we often spend time playing games and hanging out together as we were child, and for now we're still doing it the same. We once we also did arguments too much, but it didn't go last for long because we always find the solution to solve the problem, and that's all.
Okay, so 45 seconds, Hoàng Anh. So a little bit short. So what you didn't do, Hoàng Anh, is you didn't tell me a story about something that happened. Okay, you talked about the sort of, that you do things together and maybe you have a disagreement, but it didn't last long. What was the disagreement about, Hoàng Anh? That is the sort of thing I want to know. Okay? Does this make sense, Hoàng Anh?
Understand.
Okay, so it's very, it is easy to think of a list of things such as, this is my favorite childhood friend. I have known him since we were 5. We do lots of things together. Sometimes we argue about things, but then we are always friends again. And then what else do you talk about? Okay, for 2 minutes. Hard to think of something else to add to the list, but it's much easier if you can then tell a story about what are some of the things you do together? What was something exciting you did together? What is something that you did together that wasn't any fun? Okay, and you both said, we will never do this again. Okay. If you have some disagreement, what did you disagree about? What happened? Okay. How did you solve this problem? So you need to tell me some sort of story like that, not just give a list of reasons why you like your friend. Hoàng Anh, does this make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so and this is the secret, Hoàng Anh. This will easily allow you to talk for 2 minutes. So you only need to think of 1 or 2 examples. Maybe one is enough. Talk about maybe some adventure you had with your friend. Okay. So Chung Hu,
Yeah.
are you ready yet?
I think I am not sure,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, I think.
Please start when you're ready. Tell me something about your friend, Chung Hu.
Let's see. So today I'm gonna talk about my childhood friend named Ian. Yeah. So me and him know each other since we are in no this we are at since we are at kindergarten, and we and most of the time after we done the class, we always talk about each other and stuff while on the way home. And although our town is a bit of boring and small, but me and him always find something to do when we meet each other. Although sometimes we got into an argument,
Okay, that is one
but
minute. Thank you, Chung Hu. Okay, thank you. That is 1 minute, but I'm still need you to tell some story. Okay, about something that you did together, like an example. I'll do this for you, everyone, okay, and give you an example. When I was about 5 or 6, I had a very good friend. His name was Peter. Peter and I often used to go to the children's play area or playground together, and we would play on the swings. Now, one day I was on the swing, all right, and I slipped off and I got my leg caught in the chain that helps attach the swing to the pole. All right. And I tried and I tried and I couldn't get my leg out of the chain. My leg was all tangled up in the chain. And because I was only 5 or 6, I started to cry. And Peter came to me and he said, "Don't cry, don't cry, I will help you." So he spent the next 3 or 4 minutes, even though he was only 5 or 6 as well and had little hands, he helped get the chain off from around my legs and set me free. And even though it was a long time ago, I've never forgotten how kind he was to me, how he set me free from the swing. Okay, Chung Hu, does that make sense to you now, what I want you to do?
yeah,
Okay, tell some sort of story about something you did with your friend. Huang Ang, did that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay, good. Kwang,
Yes.
are you ready, Kwang?
Yeah.
Okay, please start whenever you're ready.
So my favorite child friend is my classmate. The first time I met him was when I was in sixth grade, and at that time I and Hung well simultaneously work to home. Um, and um, he he tried up a competition, and then I found out that me and Hung have a lot of the same interest, so we start to make friends. So um, we frequently stick together whenever he eat, I eat, he study, I study, I play, he play, and although he is only my classmate in secondary school, um, but at the moment,
Okay,
whenever
Kwang, that is 1 minute. Kwang?
yeah.
All right, and Kwang, very good. Okay, good description. And I liked you saying when I study, he study, when he eat, I eat, when he plays, I play. That's very good, Kwang. Very good. Okay, that is the sort of thing I want you to do. Any questions, Kwang?
No.
Okay, so that was good, Kwang. Very good. And you talked easily for 1 minute. That's great. Laduk Ang, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Laduk Ang, then Phung Duk Ang, then Nok Ling, then Ming Nok. Okay, Laduk Ang, you have 1 minute to talk about your friend, starting from now, please.
Um, so I would like to talk about my childhood friend. His name is Khánh. And in first grade, that's when me and him have an me and him get to know each other. Yes. And very naturally, since me and him are really talkative and have some common taste in the way we talk. Uh, then we always have uh we always walk on the same path every day and continuously until the end of the secondary school. So he has a nerdy glass and also have a tooth brace.
Okay, that is 1 minute, Laduk Ang. Okay, so you talk for 1 minute, which is good, but I still want to hear some story, Laduk Ang, okay, of something that you have done together. Okay, so you describe that you meet each other at school and you do some
We
things
walk
together.
to
Yeah,
home
yeah,
every day on the
yeah,
same.
yeah. But I want
Oh,
more,
but I said
more
so.
story than that.
I'm all.
Okay, more of a story. Yeah, what is something that you have done together one day? Have you played some game together? Okay,
Well,
did
that
you go
happened every day. So
Okay. Yeah, you describe that. So say sometimes at school we play this game. It is called Minecraft. Now, he always tried to beat me at Minecraft, but I'm better. I get a score. See what I mean, Le Doc Ang?
yes.
Okay, tell some more story in detail. That is what I want you to do. But you talk for 1 minute, which is good. Fung Doc Ang,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, please start.
Okay. When I was 8, I have my favorite childhood friend. His name is Thái. And in my opinion, Thái is better than me in football and some soft skill. Uh, but I am better than in study. So I think me and Thái is the perfect pieces. And I remember when I and Thai go to the football match. Me, him, me and him in the same team. That he get fouled by the other player, and obviously that player get a red card means they will
Okay,
get
thank
out.
you. Thank you, Phong Duc Ang. Okay, good. Phong Duc Ang, very good. Okay, that was 1 minute. Very easy, and you are still talking. And you have a good story about when he got fouled in the football match. So very interesting, Phong Duc Ang. Okay, that was good.
Yes, thank
Good.
you.
Okay, so I hope now you know, everyone, how easy it is once you start telling a story. It is very easy to talk for 2 minutes. Nok Ling,
Yes.
are you ready, Nok Ling?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Okay, please start.
When I was a child, I was a friendly person, so I had a lot of friends. But my favorite friend is Queen. We have played for 11 years, and we also were neighborhood, so it could be easy to meet frequently. Our parents often engaged, so they allowed us to look after each other. Uh, Honestly, she extremely sensitive. Everything which had dangerous appearance can make her cry, but she also generous and kind. Um, she was willing to give her hand when I need help. I think it's the reason I love her. Um, we had a good time. We fly kite every afternoon, share toys, talk a lot about our life.
Okay, thank you,
When I
Nokling. That is 1 minute, Nokling. Thank you. Okay. All right. So again, you talk for 1 minute, Nokling, which is good, but I would like to hear more of a story. Okay. For
Yes,
example, you were starting to talk about flying kites. Where do you go to fly kites? What sort of kite do you use? Is her kite bigger than yours or smaller than yours? Is it better than yours? Okay. Um,
yes,
how long do you fly the kite for? You also mentioned she's generous and kind. Give me an example. What did she do for you that was generous and kind? Or what did she do for someone else? Does that make sense, Knockling?
yeah.
Okay, good. All right, one more of these, everyone, then the class will finish. Ming Nok.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for waiting, Ming Nok. Are you ready? Ming Nok, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. I'm here.
Okay, okay. Are you ready, Ming Nok?
Yes. I'm
Okay,
absolutely ready.
please start.
So since I was a child, I had to admit that I'm an extrovert kid and can make friends easily. I'm a noisy girl, such a noisy girl, clumsy, but I curious about the world. Especially, I'm so sincere and so loyal to my friend. So I have many friends in my life, but there's a childhood friend that I remember the most. She's the girl who is the next door to me, who she's really calm, she's really kind, and she can bear with my abnormal moods, like when it ups and down every day. So she has been friend with me since I was only 3 years old. And yes, we spend time playing dolls, dollhouse, or playing toys. We hanging around, and there is a time that we hanging around that we forgot about the time pass. There is some memorable moment that I always remember about us. That is when I was a child. I have a really cute earrings. It's really I mean it's a gift of my grandmother, which
Okay,
really yeah.
sorry to stop you, Mingnock. Okay, sorry to stop you, but that is already more than 1 minute. Okay, all
Yes.
right. And I know you are just getting started on your story. All right,
Yes.
which is good. But I know you could easily talk for 2 minutes, so that's fine, Mingnock.
Yes.
But I know that you had a story there, so that's great. But I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Okay, everyone, so it is already past, so that is the end of the class. I will stop the share. All right, so the thing to remember from this is, everyone, I need you to be able to think of a story for any topic, okay? Even if you have to make it up, all right? Obviously, it's much better if you can tell a true story, all right? Because then all you're doing is just giving your memory, okay? Much easier. But if you can't think of any story, then sometimes you can make one up. Okay, if you have to answer the question. But like I say, if you can tell a true story, it's better. So remember, the easiest way to fill the time for any Ask 2 or part 2 question is to tell a story about the topic. Okay, we'll practice more about this next week. We'll also do a bit more writing, and I will send you some homework tomorrow. Again, remember, the homework I send you is always short, so please try and do it. So the last thing we will do before we leave the class for today is Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, how much time do you spend on the social media, Chung Hu?
Uh,
What is
way
the
too
answer?
much. Way too much.
Way too
I'm
much?
addicted.
Excellent. Thank you, Chung Hu. Huang Ang.
Yes.
How much time do you spend on social media, Huang Ang?
Well, way too much. I'm addicted.
Kwang.
Yes.
Kwang, how much do you like eating ice cream, Kwang?
Way too much. I'm addicted.
Laduk Ang.
Yes.
How much time do you spend playing video games?
Occasionally, maybe 1 hour.
What's the answer, Kwang? What's the answer?
Way too much, I'm addicted.
Good. Laduk Ang.
You mean Phương Đức Á?
Sorry, I do. Phung Duk Ang. Phung Duk Ang.
Yeah.
How much time do you spend watching football?
Way too much. I'm addicted.
Nok Ling. Can't hear me. Ming Nok.
Yes.
Okay. How much time do you spend talking to your friends?
Way too much. I'm addicted.
Great. Okay. That's what I want you to remember from this class too, everyone. Way too much. I'm addicted. Very natural, very native way of asking questions like that. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Sorry to keep you a little bit long. Thank you for coming to class. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, any questions, please ask myself or Mrs. Ha. So I will send you the homework for tomorrow. Those of you who have got tests, good luck. Nok Ling, are you there? No, she's not. Okay, everyone. Have a great week. I will see you all next Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Wait, by the way,
Bye-bye.
I want to say to you another question though. Is that I will be absent next week.
You'll be absent next week. Thank you for letting
Yeah.
me know, Wang Ang. Okay, thank you. Okay, everyone, I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Bye for now.
Okay.